Kenny Cross. You know, he seems like he has some hype behind him. What are your thoughts on him?
Yeah, he's a tough opponent. He has I don't know about the hype. I don't know if he has much hype, but yeah, when I saw his fights, I saw that the crowd really gets behind him, and he's very confident. He's a showman, and he's a finisher, and he fights very tooth and nails. 10-3, he has experience. 13 fights is no joke. It's a different challenge that what I faced. This is the first southpaw I face in a pro fight, and yeah, he's a good opponent, but he's got that if factor, that he doesn't train in a high level, well, not a high level, but like world class level place. There's killers everywhere. I know, I'm aware of that, but he's got that if that asterisk there that I'm gonna try to take advantage of.
Studying him, where do you think or where do you feel your strengths lie?
I know everybody says this in cliche, but I really feel that I have advantage everywhere in the fight. We'll see
All
that
right.
though.
All right. Now, his only losses, he has three losses. They're all by submission. Most of your wins are by submission. Do you see yourself taking him to the ground and just tapping him out? Is that the game plan? I don't want to get too focused on what
Yeah,
exactly the game plan is, but it looks clear.
it's a possibility, man.
Mm,
Hey, I'm not going into a battle of of many guns with a knife and a pistol. I'm gonna
mm.
throw everything at him, man. I'm a very well-rounded guy, and we'll see where the fight takes us. He's got a loss last year, like really, really suspect loss, man, against a guy that's not very, not very impressive. So I don't know what that tells me. I'm truly not. I'm trying not to bank on that. Because uh, I know this is the opportunity of his lifetime, and I'm expecting a better version, a better Kenneth Cross. But I'm a beast, man. He's gonna find out the hard way.
You said earlier that in your first fight on the Contender series, you had a lot of urgency to perform well, and you went to the decision. It was a dominant performance, but in this upcoming fight, do you feel like there's more urgency for you to not go to the decision and actually finish this fight to earn that contract?
Not really, because I don't want to make the mistake to pursue the finish too much like last time, because I ended up I still dominated the fight, but I ended up in a couple of tough spots and getting very, very, very tired because I try to finish the guy so much. So this time I'll make the adjustment, and I'm just gonna be myself like last time. I don't need to pursue anything or force anything. I think especially with how the last fight was. It was. I think, in my humble opinion, I think it is the best Contender Series fight we've seen. That one and the one between Mike Davis and Yusuf, or I don't remember his name too much, but um, so man, like I don't really need to super impress. I think I have to perform and I have to make weight.
Kevin Syler, he's the opponent. When you break him down, what type of fighter do you see?
I think he's an all over well-rounded fighter. And when I say that, that's not a good thing. I feel like when you're an all around, all right fighter, when you're a well-rounded fighter, you're not great at anything. Like if I saw greatness in any of his areas of combat, I would tell you. And I don't see anything that he has over me. I think he's got good cardio. That's what I would say is his best, but I don't even know him like that. I haven't seen who he's fought. I haven't seen a whole bunch of his fights, but he's been at 45. So he's got a big ass task on his hand with me, and I think that I'm superior in all areas. I think everywhere I beat him.
Do you think size is going to be a factor in this fight?
I'd like to think that, but I tried to think that 2 fights ago against Jonas Flock, and come to find out I'm a little bit taller, but we're the same size, so I'm not gonna put all my eggs in that basket. but I know I have 1 inch reach on him, and I know I have like maybe 2, 3, 4 inches of height. And he fought at 45 his whole life, and I feel like I am Thor at 155. So I would like to think that, but I'm gonna act like he's a big ass opponent, you know, and I'm gonna have to fight my ass off to beat him.
Did you watch his first appearance on the Contender series?
I watched it live, and I actually forgot. I thought it was someone else, because when I went back and watched it after my UFC interviews, when we went down to Vegas, I should have watched that again before they interviewed me, because I would have had a lot more to say. I watched that fight, and there were so many times that I would have finished that little 145er. There were so many times that if I was the other guy, I would have finished Syler. I thought, like, back and forth. I thought the kid he was fighting was 5-0, but when you're 5-0, you don't know a whole lot. I've been there, you know. I was 3-0, and I felt like I was on top of the world. I didn't know shit, you know, and you don't really know until you challenge yourself, until you go up and you're not afraid to lose. I feel like this guy's padded his record, and we'll see if he changes my mind, you know, August 4th. But I don't think he's been around the kind of athletes and fought the kind of people that I have. So, yeah, I'm excited.
So what type of performance do you see yourself having to snatch up this UFC contract?
It's going to be one for the books, man. It's going to be the best fight that Contender Series has ever seen. And I've seen some great fights, but I have yet to really unravel what I can do and show people, because people fall down too easily when I fight them. They give up, or they try to just wrestle me the whole time, or whatever it is. I haven't been able to show off all that Darren Cruikshank striking skills that I picked up. I want to run off the wall. You know, I want to hit him with a tornado kick. I want to throw wheel kicks and follow up with left hands and, you know, sprawl and brawl. So I feel like Dana White, that especially, will be off his seat, you know, doing one of these things that he's famous for. So, I mean, Uncle Dana, get ready, but it's going to be one for the books, bro. First round, within 3 minutes, I take him out. Finished.